Hello everyone, welcome to Money Mondays. Today, I'm going to talk about financial planning. Not your specific financial plan, but the concept and how to look at your finances. Okay? There's actually four, you can call them pillars, you can call them stacks. I like to look at it as I've been taught, actually, that your financial plan is like a house. I wish I drew it, but I didn't. Your financial plan is like a house or a building or a structure. There's a foundation, there's a main floor, there's an upstairs and a roof. And the reason that I like looking at it that way is because if you look at it as four pillars, that means they're equal and there's no order of them. The way I like to look at it, because there is an order and there is a priority list. And I'm not going to get too in depth on each one, but just think about it this way, okay? First, I'm going to name the four topics. There's your income protection or insurance. There's your debt management, then there's your savings/investments, and then there's your roof, estate planning. Okay. Some of these are like, there's reasons why they are where they are, and then some of them I just can't, I'll just make something up. Okay. Now, first of all, every house in reality needs a foundation, because if the foundation's not there, the house collapses. That's why income protection or insurance is the foundation, risk management. Because if you try to do the other things without something in place, if, God forbid, someone passes away or is not able to earn the income sustaining the plan ahead of them, then the plan collapses, the financial plan collapses. So that's your insurance, income protection. I'm not going to go in detail on each thing. I'm just going to, this is what you should be thinking about. If you're trying to get ahead financially, this is how you need to approach it. Insurance is first. Why? If you, God forbid, die, if you have a family especially, if you have a family and God forbid you die or you get hurt and you can't work, for whatever reason, you can't earn an income, and you've implemented a financial plan to pay off debts, you have a mortgage, you want to start saving for your retirement. If you're not able to work or if you die, how are you getting the income to do those things, right? So insurance protects that. It protects that. So if you don't have the insurance and that happens, you die or you can't work, there goes your financial plan. There goes your family's well-being, etc., etc. Boom. There are 5 needs for insurance. I'm not going to get into that right now. If you have the 5 needs, you need insurance. If you have any one of the 5 needs, you need insurance. If you don't have any of the 5 needs, you don't need insurance. It's that simple. Insurance is not an investment. It's an expense. That is something that needs to be understood. People think that it's an investment. It's not an investment. It's not a lucrative product. It's not a special thing that you get to do someday. If you have a house, if you have the 5 reasons, if you have a mortgage, if you have consumer debt, if you have a child that you want to pay for their education, if you want to cover your funeral expenses, and if you want your spouse or your significant others in life to be maintained for at least a few years financially, you need insurance. Those are the 5 reasons. If none of those 5 apply to you, you do not need insurance. Insurance is not an investment, it is an expense. Boom, that's the foundation. If you die or whatever, that's life insurance, but there's also accidental and other things if you can't work. Your income needs to be supplemented and maintained in the times that you can't earn income. That is why it's the foundation. That's why if you're not insured properly, then the things above collapse. You can't pay your mortgage because you don't have an income. You can't put your savings aside because you don't have an income. The roof is different, and I'll get to that after. Next up is your debt. Why is it here? Because in the order of things, when you walk into a house after the foundation's built is the next thing. And why is it the next thing? Well, number 1, typically your debt is a mortgage, and mortgages are your key to your house. How do you fund the house? How do you buy your house? Usually with a mortgage, right? So that's how you get in the door, for the metaphor of why it's there. And it's a priority. You want to pay off your debts further, like it's better to pay off your debts before you save, or you want to prioritize paying off your debts higher than saving, right? That's not just the mortgage though, that's all of the debts, especially the higher interest things like credit cards and lines of credit, which I'll get to in another video. Simply put, that's the next priority. So are you spending on stupidity? Probably. Are you focusing on paying off your mortgage and your other like credit cards and all that other debt? Probably not. I mean, the mortgage payment is one thing. You have to pay a minimum payment, and it's amortized over like 30, 40, whatever years, okay? You have the ability to pay it off faster, not all at once, but you have the ability to accelerate that. And that should be something that's being focused on, obviously within your means. Then the next one is savings or investments. Not just for retirement, but mainly for retirement. Why is it at the top floor? Because if you're saving for retirement, you can sleep at night because you know you can retire eventually. But also, that's not just for retirement. That's you have a goal. You wanna maybe buy another house. Maybe you don't have a house yet. You want to buy a house. Maybe you want a travel experience, something that's saving for your child's education, etc. That is the top floor, where the bedrooms are, because that's where you're taking care of everybody. Everyone can sleep at night. Okay. Then after that is the roof. The roof is your estate planning. It's your wills. Making sure that and God forbid, when you do die, that your assets and your wealth are allocated properly to the people you want to receive them. If you don't have a will in place, the government steps in, and it's called intestate, and the government basically... I'm trying to simplify this explanation. The government just says, you know what, we're going to figure this out. The people that you wanted to get your assets and things are going to probably wait a long time to get them. There's going to be more taxes involved, etc., etc., etc. So, why is it the roof? Well, I don't know. The analogy, I guess, is that's the last thing that in terms of that order. You die last in your life, right? Logically speaking. It's a shelter from the rain. The rain could be like, things that could happen after you die that are beyond your control unless you had the estate there in the first place. The will. A will is there's also estate planning things that are really advanced, and I'm not even totally, that's not necessary for this, right? So there it is. That's the home. Foundation is insurance. Main floor is debt, paying off your debts. Upstairs is your savings and your investments for retirement and other savings that you have goals for, and the roof is your estate planning. So, why did I say all this? I said in the beginning, but just to recap, if you want to get on top of your finances and you have no idea or you didn't know about these things that I just mentioned, well, now you have an idea of like, okay, I have a structure that I need to follow. Now, did your financial advisor tell you this kind of stuff? Maybe, maybe not. If they didn't, you should have a nice conversation with them. And if they do, and you still feel like you're not meeting your goals, then you can reassess. You can talk to them again, or you get another opinion from another financial advisor, or you can research. Just know that if you're not doing this in that order that I said, then chances are you're not going to reach your goals, even though you think you are. It's always good to stay on top. Financial plan is not something that you do once in your life and then you forget about it. It's ongoing. Things change in your life. You earn more money. You make less money. You have more kids. You have things happen. If life changes, you change your careers. You have a new home. So you had one home, but you upgraded to a larger home, but your plan is still for the smaller home, etc. These are things that need to be considered in the financial plan, and that's why it's an ongoing process, and it has to have that structure. If it doesn't have that structure, you're doing something wrong. This is for a basic family home. I know if you're more wealthy, more lucrative, you have corporations, and this doesn't apply to you really. Then it might not. But this is for the average, especially the people that aren't aware of this. Now you have a framework. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Let's keep growing together. Start building your financial home, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.